Hi, Vapsaya. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to create a screen shake effect in Godot. And I'm using a really unique method to do this. And it's kind of the one of the most advanced version of screen shakes that you can get. Although you can just create a random shader and stuff like that. But I think this one is the best one you can do. So what normally people do is that they go ahead and create a random number generator using the Godot's built-in RNG function and stuff like that. But the problem with that is that RNG is kind of random. I know you need randomness to create random effects, but sometimes randomness looks a bit random. But what I like to use is noise. Why would I use noise? The thing is, noise has patterns. I know noise is random, of course, but in some way noise is smooth and predictable, which makes it more usable in these circumstances where you require some really smooth effects. When you use RNG, it looks good. I mean, to be honest, there's nothing wrong with that, but using a noise is way cooler. So let's get into it. This is the code. So here's how the code works. It extends camera 2D. You can have it on any kind of node, but you'll have to reference the camera 2D, so it's convenient enough to have it on the camera 2D. I'm using a fast noise light function thing for noise. It's a simple and resource efficient version kind of thing. So I'm creating a new fast noise light thing resource, and I'm creating it as an export. So in case you don't want to create it by code, you just click the field there and create. For variables, these are the fields to control. First of all, we have the decay. The decay is how fast the shake will calm down. It's between 0 and 1. The max offset is the maximum amount of shake that can happen. This is so you don't create an insane amount of shake. So this is the maximum bounds of the screen that the camera can go off to. The max roll kind of control the rotation in radian. It's about 0.1 to about 5.7 degrees. It's a good idea to add a bit of rotation so the shake looks a bit realistic. Then we have the stroma. Yeah, it reference kind of the trauma that you shake due to. Yeah, bad joke. So it's kind of the shake intensity. You can keep it between 0 and 1. The lower it is, the slower the shake's gonna be, and the higher it is, the closer it is to 1, the intense the shake is gonna be. The noise y is kind of the time variable for the noise evolution. Not too much of a use if you are using for a subtle shake, but definitely useful. Then in the ready function, we initialize the noise seed to random integer, so every time you get a random noise. And then we're setting the frequency. I recommend setting it up in the editor and test it out. The thing is that by changing the frequency, you also change the speed. If you play around with the frequency, it also affects the shake, the speed of the shake in some matter. And then the noise fractal octaves, the noise is kind of a 3D kind of noise, so there are in bumps and what I can say. I'm a bit weak at English, so it's it has bumps and bounds and stuff like that. So it's 3D space with the terrain and things like that. So it's to control the octaves in the noise. This is just to make the noise a bit more varied, and that's just kind of it. You can change it, and this also I will ask you to like not write hardcore, like if you write it in the editor, this will be the final value, so you have to change it by code every time. So good thing is that you can like tweak it through the export variable we created. That's the reason I created the variable as an export up there. Next up we have the function. This is the function I created to like use this whole code like anywhere in the code. I'm gonna show you how you do that. So down here it just like clamps the value between 0 and 1. Next up, we go ahead and like in the process function, we check if there is like a value of trauma set. Like the trauma is the mean intensity value. If it's 0, then we are not gonna apply any shape. So then what we're gonna do is we're gonna like this max out. So so you're gonna reduce the trauma over time. This is just to like if you're doing it for a long time, it's kind of the decay function being applied here. And then noise wise, just to vary the noise. So then what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a shake variable, and trauma square 2 times the sample noise function. This is like a function that which is down here. This function like takes the noise values and converts it to numbers and things like that. And this is the offset, where we like set the offset value of the camera to shake it. Moving the camera around is actually a bad idea. Using offset, you can like move the camera from its origin, and it's a good way to create shake. And then we just add a bit of rotation, so the shaking feels a bit more natural. And in the sample noise function, we just do this soft to take the noise from the noise we created and convert it to numbers, so like x-axis and y-axis and rotation noise, so we can like get the numbers that we want to use. Then at the end we have this reset function. This is just when the noise starts, like whenever you want to like stop the noise, you hit the reset and it will like set the noise to 0. You can use some linear interpolation to slowly like set it to 0 so it looks good, but I haven't done it here. It's just doable. And yeah, that's kind of all the code. I'm not really good at explaining code and stuff, so I'll leave a link to the code in the description, and hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.